do a short kind of warm up, stretch it out, get ready for the day video. So it'll be maybe 15 minutes or so long. So if you have a strap of any kind, belt, towels, non-stretchy scarf, grab that and just have it alongside of you so you can grab it easily and come onto your backs. Hug the knees up to the chest. Give a squeeze. Maybe kind of roll side to side gently. You can place the hands on the front of your knees or shins. Start making some circles. Just nice little circles, kind of massaging the low back. Just a few, one direction. And then it'll just change and go the other direction. Taking those nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Come back to center, give a nice little hug. And then let the left foot either go onto the floor, extend the leg, and just hug that right knee in. And then just give a nice little shake to where it goes out towards the shoulder and back to center. There's a couple of these little rocking motions into the hip. Coming back to center, just change sides. Just rock that left knee out and to center. Coming back to center, hug both knees in, give a nice little tight squeeze, and then left foot on the floor or extend it out. Grab your strap here. And you're going to hook that strap on the arch of your foot, hand on either side of the foot, draw the shoulder blades down into the mat, press through the heels, spread the toes as much as you can, and just nice little pull onto that leg to get a nice stretch. Now if you notice that your elbows are pointing out to the sides, wrap them in towards each other. And take those shoulder blades towards the floor. We want to have that motion going on so you can stay open through the chest, open through the shoulders. Get out of that forward roundness that sometimes we find ourselves in. Another nice deep breath here. And then right hand grabs the strap. Left arm goes out to the side, weight leans slightly to the left as you let that leg drop out to the right. Press to the heel, spread the toes, and with that right arm, like you're trying to pull that leg up towards you. Keep the breath deep. Another breath here. And using your core muscles and the inner thigh muscle, lift that leg up. We're going to change hands. Left hand grabs it. We're going to roll all the way over to the left hip. Then we're going to take this right hip. We're just going to gently press it down to get length through the right waist here. Take the right arm, reach it out to the side. Keep the breath as deep as you can here and keep pulling that leg up. Press through the heel, spread the toes. Got 2 more breaths here. One more breath. And then bend that right knee. Come back to center. Release the foot. Hug both knees into the chest. And then go ahead and place the right foot on the floor or the right leg extended out. Strap the left foot, hand on either side. Draw the shoulder blades towards the floor. Again, that external rotation so the elbows are wrapping in towards each other. And you should be looking at your palms and your fingers hanging onto that strap. And sometimes we get like a little death grip on that strap, so don't hold it so tight that your fingers are turning white. Press to the heel, spread the toes. One more breath here. Then the left hand grabs the strap, right arm opens up, drop that leg out as far as it'll go, press the heel, spread the toes, use that left arm to kind of pull that leg up. Try to keep the right thigh anchored down as much as possible. Keep the breath deep. Another breath here. And then using your muscles, lift that leg up, change hands, this time rolling onto the right hip, all the way. Rotation to the upper back, left arm reaches out, press that left hip down a little bit. Take some nice deep breaths. One more breath. And then bending that knee, coming back to center, set the strap aside, hug the knees to the chest. And come into bridge pose. Bridge is a little back bend, which back bends are energizing, so great for the early day. Have the outer edges of the feet about the same distance as your hips are wide. Turn the toes slightly in. You can either have the arms right alongside you with the hands pointing towards the ceiling. You're always going to draw the tailbone, so we're scooping that tailbone like you're bringing the pubic bone closer to the belly button. And just press the forearms. Walk the shoulder blades towards each other a little bit. Keep the knees pointing straight forward. If you can interlace the hands behind the back, go ahead and interlace the hands behind the back. Keep the throat nicely opened so the chin isn't bearing towards the chest here. And take a few breaths. You can stay here 3 to 5 breaths. If you want to stay longer, you can, or you may just want to build up to it. When we come out of this, separate the shoulder blades, release the hands, guide yourself down, tailbone scoop still, one vertebrae at a time, releasing the tailbone down, hug knees to chest in between rounds. Again, find your placement of your feet. Arms right at your sides. Press through. Curl the tailbone. Keep the shins pointing forward like you're pressing your shins and knees forward. Open the throat. 3 to 5 breaths. Try not to let the knees open up, but to keep them pointing straight forward. One more breath. And then separating the shoulder blades, guiding yourself down, hugging the knees to the chest. And we're going to roll ourselves up and over. And we're coming to child's pose. Child's pose is a nice, easy way to stretch out the low back and the quads. So take the knees wide, bring the big toes towards each other. Try to keep the hips towards the heels. If your forehead does not come to the floor without your hips looking up, stack your fists, stack your hands, whatever it might take to come down. So hips towards heels, more important. You start lowering down and beginning. Stack the fist, stack the hands, or just forehead towards the floor. There's a little drawing in and up of the belly. So if you can keep that action going on, I'll be here a few breaths. Two more breaths here. Then walk the hands out in front of you about shoulder distance apart. Come onto the fingertips like you're making a tent out of your hands. Keep your arms lifted up. Keep the belly drawing in. Walk both hands shoulder distance apart over to the right. Keeping your left hip anchored down, really reaching to that left arm. One more breath. Then walking the hands through center over to the left. Right hip stays anchored down. Really reach at the right hand. A few nice deep breaths here. Keeping the arms lifted up. One more breath. Come back to center, arms still reaching out. Come up onto all fours. So this is a little like cat-cow breath. It's just having some freedom in this cat-cow breath to move. So when you take the chest up and the tailbone up on the inhale, that's great. And then you can belly towards spine, chin towards chest. And I want you to just get free with that. So close the eyes maybe and start circling the head and the hips. And you're going to change direction with that circle. You're going to get a little more free in this. So anything that feels good, you may want to press the hips towards the heels, like through child's pose. Walking the hands forward, maybe just lifting the chest a little bit, like a lazy up dog, called seal pose, hugging through the belly. Just keep the inhales and exhales going. Make it real free and real easy. Couple more breaths here. Coming back to neutral. From neutral, you're going to take the right hand out in front of you and the left leg behind you. Toes towards the floor, thumb towards the sky. Internal rotation with that left leg. Press to the heel and spread the toes. Get real strong to the left shoulder. Keep hugging the ribs away from the floor. Bring that knee and hand back to the floor and just change sides. Right leg, left arm, thumb towards the sky. Internal rotation with that right leg, toes towards the floor. Don't let the belly collapse and come into a back bend. Keep the low ribs hugging away from the floor. Keep that right shoulder nice and strong. Another breath. And then bring hand and knee back to the floor. Walk the knees back slightly. Hands and shoulder distance. Come forward, lower down, chest, chin, belly, roll the shoulders back, cobra pose. So just lift the chest a little bit. Inhale, lift the chest. Elbows hug in. Exhale, forehead to the floor. Tops of the feet press down. So the shins and knees are lifted. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. Pubic bone presses into the floor. Inhale, lift. Stay here. Hug the elbows in. Press to the hands. Hug up through the belly. Turn the toes under. Downward facing dog. Press the hips back and start straightening the legs. Few breaths here. Bend one knee, straighten the other leg. Just kind of let it feel good. Remember to try not to press into the wrist. If you feel yourself pressing into your wrist, and you're going to notice it because it's going to hurt, press to the knuckles and squeeze the mat with your fingerprints. Take your feet just a little bit wider than your hips. Take your hands, walk your hands back to your feet, back of the mat to a forward fold. Halfway position. Lift yourself up, hands to shins. Exhale, release it all the way down. Again, lift yourself up, hands to shins, shoulder hip height, chest forward, knees soft. Exhale, release it down. One more like that. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, let it go. This time, soften the knees. Come into halfway position. Take the hands to the hips. Look slightly forward. Come all the way to standing. Now I'm just going to turn myself so you can see this. We're going to reach the arms up to the sky. Then you're going to take the right foot, step it behind the left. Left hand grabs the right wrist, and then just stretch it over. stretch of the side waist here. And use that left arm to kind of pull on that right arm. Another breath. Lift yourself up to center. Change sides. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Left foot steps behind the right. Stretch it to the right. Two more breaths here. Come back up to neutral. I'm just going to spin myself back around. Again, feet at least hip distance. Interlace the hands behind the back. Bend the knees. Walk the shoulder blades towards each other. Lift the chest slightly. Fold forward, belly towards the thighs. And then take the hands as high overhead as you can, like you're trying to bring them towards the top of the mat. If you just cannot clasp your hands, grab that towel, strap, whatever you might have. Have the palms towards the sky and use that. And still keep just trying to reach the arms back. Couple more breaths here. And then go ahead and release the hands to the floor. Take the hands behind the shins. Press like you're pressing into the calves, like the shins are going forward. And then just press yourself towards your thighs. Go ahead and release this. Come into the halfway position. Fingertips to the floor if you can. Walk all the way out to plank pose. You can always drop the knees to the floor here. Walk, press back, downward facing dog. Here we're going to simply walk the feet to the hands, come to the top of the mat. Relax into that forward fold. Lift into halfway position. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise all the way up. Reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. So we'll come through just a few half sun salutations, then add on to that. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen, halfway position. So remember, always bring your hands to your shins here. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, press the legs, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, circle the arms. Knees are soft here. Core is hugging in, supporting the low back. Nice little fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more just like that. Inhale, circle the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, rise all the way up, adding on here. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, circle the arms. Take that nice little swan dive, forward fold. Relax it down. Halfway position. Left foot steps way back. Come into a nice runner's lunge here. Get the knee above the ankle if you can. Press the back heel, hug the low belly in a little bit here. Just kind of get nice and long warm in that leg. Then we're just going to drop that back knee down to the floor. You're going to uncurl the toes, take both arms up to the sky, and they get real heavy into the hips, let the hips just sink down. You've got your external rotation going on into the arms, so like you're trying to wrap your pinky fingers towards each other a little bit. Reach for the fingertips, relax the shoulders, shoulder blades down the back, and let the hips be real heavy. Keep the breath nice and deep. Bring both hands to the floor. Take the hips back, walk the hands back, pull the toes back, hug the belly in, spread the toes, and then like you're hugging the knee and heel towards each other. Two more breaths here. Shift forward, Left hand to the floor, block or book, whatever you have. Take the right arm to the sky. Spin the chest to the right. Reach to the fingertips. Keep the shoulder blade kind of drawing towards the center of the back. Keep the breath deep. On the next exhale, both hands to the floor, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, step forward, forward, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, take hands to heart. Changing sides. Inhale, circle the arms. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Right foot steps back this time. Come into that runner's lunge to start with. Knee and ankle lined up. Press into that back heel. Belly hugging in. Notice I'm real light into the fingers here too. I'm not dumping into that. You can always get something to rise the floor up. Book blocks if you have. Drop the back knee down. Same thing, arms reach to the sky. We're kind of lifting up the pelvic floor here. Then we're going to sink real heavy into this. Let the hips get heavy. Then you get that external rotation going on with the arms. Fingertips full of energy. Shoulder blades relaxing. Nice deep breath. Two more breaths. Last breath. Take both hands to the floor. Shift the hips back. Pull the toes back. Spread the toes. Reach the heart forward. Hug the knee and heel like you're trying to come towards each other. Two more breaths. Shift forward, right hand to the floor, spin the chest to the left, reach the left arm to the left, to the sky. Energy through the fingers. Two more breaths here. Next, exhale, both hands down to the floor, lift the back knee up, step the front back foot back, downward facing dog. About 3 breaths here, stretching everything out, trying to get as long as you can. Press through those knuckles, through those hands, getting long through the arms, long from the armpits to the hips, long from the hips to the heel. Take the hands, walk the hands back to the feet. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway position lift. Exhale, let it go. On an inhale, press through the legs, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. So thank you. I hope that helped get you moving in the morning and enjoy your day.